Here's another My Academia Strongest Hero guide. Today I'll be talking about or telling you my honest opinion, best ways to get the best gear, explaining to you what the gear is, the best cards, in my opinion. Well, not the best cards, but the best way to use the cards, and the best chips and how to get the chips and all that. So first, I'm gonna start off with the support cards. I'm pretty sure if you haven't been playing the game for like at least a couple of days, you know how to get the support cards. You do a summon, sometimes the story gets to you, you know, all that. I personally don't really switch up anything. I just let the game give me what I got. Recently, I got a pretty good card for Kirishima, and I honestly put it on Kirishima because it's Kirishima's card. But the tricky part about the cards is, as you can see, there's level system, and they have stats and all that. And you might, it's probably best for you to read the stats, like obviously. But at the beginning, if you just get a bunch of blues, greens, and grays, you probably don't want to read those, and you just want to go based off of the VP. But the stats and the side effects, I'm gonna explain to you the stats first. The stats give you a little bit of boost to each attribute of your character that you can use later on, and that can like boost your attack, speed, defense, health, all that. Now, I got this one off the Switch banner, as you can see, and it's Kirishima's. This one says, although his quirk isn't eye-catching, he is indeed strongest spear and shield, increases damage, hot blood status. And you can see that it gives you a lot of stat buffs. And if you get these other two cards, it'll give you additional 200 attack, which I wasn't fortunate enough to get yet. Now, this is an EX card, so this card is like extremely good. As you can see, it's a 6-star. Now, if you go into this 5-star, it says BP 330. This one says 530. There's definitely a difference here. But what you want to try to do is, if you're going to try to build a set on a character, you will want to get the same set that says set effects right here. You could double it, but I don't suggest it. But I suggest you getting the set first before you leveling up the cards, because you can always get a better cards with better stats. So I think you should wait before you can level up your cards. But if you're impatient and you're stuck on a mission like I was many times, and just gotten like you just felt like you needed to boost your character's attributes, like while I got myself into and I felt like I needed, the best way I believe to get this, and the only way to get stuff, if I'm wrong, please let me know, is you go to reinforcement and you get these little cards and missions and stuff like that. Now, this is all based off of luck. Like, there's no way to go around it. It's skill and luck. Now, I'm gonna do this one because this one is pretty easy and light, and I could do it in a few seconds for you. Show you what's it about. Show you like the ropes around it. I'm gonna show you my personal method of getting it done. I do the higher one so I can just get it over with quicker. The best way and the methods you should always try to use your support so you can get it done as fast as possible. Because you don't want to get that, you know, the side effects and not finishing it within the time limit. So once you're done doing the mission, alright, so now that we're done the mission, you see how you got these item rewards. I'm going to tell you how hard it is to level up these characters and how much of a wasted time it is so you get the full set. Because you can't reuse these cards, you can't reuse them at all. You're just going to have to deal with the card, you're just going to sell it later. So you go to your hero, you go to the card. I'm going to go to one I already leveled up. I need to find it. I think it's Deku. Yeah, I think it's Deku. Yeah, you see how I have this one level 10? I don't have the setup for this card at all. Like, I don't have no stat effects, even though I had like the full team or whatever of the little cat people. I don't know what they were, but they was like a hero team, and I don't have the stats at all. I wasted so much resources and time and money on this. Like, it's so unworth it. I don't think you should do it. I think you should just level up your gear, which I'm gonna get to later on in the video. But I just think you should genuinely try to level up your gear and try to work around leveling up your talent cards. Now, if you really think you need to level up these support cards to the point where, like, yeah, you're getting dogged on by all mine, like in the previous levels, like I have, then it's okay, but it's just going to be a waste of resources. But I truly do think there's another way around it, and that's where I'm going to get to in this video now. So, if you go to characters, and then you go to, I think it was chips. Yeah, I think it's chips. As you can see, I have not the best chip setup right now because I haven't really been grinding for it, but I can tell you how they mostly work. These also give you stats increase and extra stats. I feel like if you ever play Genshin Impact, they're like artifacts. These are like artifacts. And if you don't know what Genshin Impact is, artifacts are like sets that could give you stat boosts, and you have like a full set, then you get like total buffs and like other side effects. You see, you guys, I don't have like the full set on this character. Let me switch to, I think, Todoroki. This one I have a full green set. I have, like, as you can see, I have all these extra stat effects. I level them up pretty good. Like, they're max stats right now. These are the max stats you get for green. I haven't seen any of the higher ones because, you know, I'm not really strong enough to get to that point yet. But I may do what I could do, right? But it's a lot. It's a lot to try to get all these chips. Just because it takes a lot of stamina, and for you to challenge, you need to be a pretty high level. Like, I could barely just scrape it with Todoroki, as you can see. But chips is also a very good way that if you're just early starting, you can really try, you like really grind this to get your level up, get your BP up, and just get your character's total strength up if you're ever stuck on a mission. So I think this is personally my best way of like getting your character's level up. And to be honest, it's definitely not as much of a waste to level up chips on characters than, like, you know, using cards, because using cards take a while, like a long time. But when you do this, you have plenty of chips because you're just doing the mission. They give you the stuff that you need for the chips right along with it. So it's pretty easy to level these up, but you gotta do the right ones so you can make your character strong enough and it works with your character, so you don't just waste your time and waste your resources, because they do run out eventually. It's not infinite. And I'm gonna get to the final thing, the final part of this video, and I think, to be honest, the second hardest thing, if not the hardest. You go to gear, and as you can see, I've been playing this game a lot for a while. My gear isn't that good. I only had 2 goals, mostly purples. The way gears work is just like everything else, like the gear support cards, but even better. They give you base stats that go for all your characters, and they give you like extra stats too. You can enhance these with these green files. You know, it's pretty easy. Get the levels up, get the stats up. I'm gonna get my jacket up, my protection gear. It only takes like 4K, and these green files are easy to get if you just get to the story. Now, this is what I want to talk about. These blue files right here, I find them kind of hard to get so far, because I don't know if it's just me, but it takes a while for me to get these, not as long as it takes to get the green ones. So my suggestion to you when you do this is you use the green ones first and get all your level, like all your gear that you think you want to use. I don't suggest leveling up all your gear. I don't suggest that at all. If you think you're going to use that gear for a long period of time, though, I do say you could do that. But don't like level up gears that are blue. Like, don't do that, because they suck. Like, they're not good, and they're not going to help you in the long run. You just wasted resources. So my suggestion to you is, if you have any friends that play this game, like any friends at all, go to co-op, go to the agency assessment. If you have like a good friends like setup, like you have a good group of people that you can play with, like a clan or something, this will go like a breeze. Especially you have like, even if you have like the first few starter characters, if their BP is high enough, then the recommended BP, you are going through it. When I used to have like, before I had like S rank characters, I used to use Dinky, but I had about an A rank at the time. But you could definitely do it at a B rank, because it definitely does not matter. Well, it does matter, but it doesn't matter like what type of character you have. I'm not trying to tell you to get like a bunch of SS ranks, S ranks. Like, you don't got to do all that. You can just use a base character. You got B rank and all. You just got to have like a decent amount of levels, talents, and all that on them. So the main thing with this is it's tricky getting these little talent things, because you can only do it 1 time per day. So you might want, like really think about it. Like, I really, and it's all based on luck too. You can't really control what you get. It does matter what skill you have, and you can't do it a few times depending on how many characters you have. But it also depends on how many characters you have leveled up. And I don't know if it's just me, but I don't want to waste all my resources leveling up every single character in this game just yet. The main thing though is, if you do it a couple of times with one character, I think it's 2 times per character per limit. And if you only have like one really strong character, then you can only do it 2 times per day. And it's all about luck. So you're just gonna, like, if you really want like a gold talent, I suggest, what I got my first talent from is, I got it from like doing some achievements, and they just gave it to me. Like the first 2 like gold gear that I got, they really just gave it to me. If you like, I don't remember what achievement it was, but they did give it to me. Like I didn't have to like full on sweat off to get it. So I got it off of just doing some achievements. I didn't get it off of talent. I played, like I said, I played this game a lot, and I guess my luck is just terrible. But no matter how many times like you do it, it's just based off of luck. And then you have to flip 3 cards out of 5. No, it's not even 3, it's 2. So you have a chance 2 out of 5 to get gears, like gold gears, actually good gear. So it's obviously gonna take a lot of time and a lot of patience. But I think you can honestly do it if you just like wait it out and just do some achievements to get it like that. But it's all, yeah, it's just a lot of grinding. It's a lot of grinding. So that's why I think you should definitely do gears and talents last. So as soon as you unlock chits, I suggest you do it. I don't know, like it's a lot to like grind, but I feel like if you do your gears first, then don't do your gears first as an investment. Do your gears first as an investment, but mostly focus on your chits when you unlock that. I know at the beginning of the game they mostly tell you to use like cars and stuff, but do not use the cars because the cars are just gonna waste so much time because it's just such a waste of resources. And that's mostly it for this video. And if you have any other questions or any suggestions that I can improve this video, please let me know in the comment section. And I hope y'all have a good day.